Hi, Sarah Mack here, and today I'm giving you a special sneak peek of one of my epic masterclasses inside Freedom Club, which is all about simple, fun group program launching. This is the mindset and strategy behind 5-figure group program launches. You're going to love this, so grab a pen and take loads of notes.
You know, it's so worth running group programs, even if you only have 3 or 4 participants. If it makes a group, it can be super intimate and they get tons of attention and tons of value. And, you know, I've had people in my group offers upgrade to my high ticket one-on-one many times. So it's such a great positive experience all around to run group programs. You can totally create content as you go. And I'm a big believer in launching the idea and selling the idea and then creating the content so that you're getting paid to create the content and you know that people are actually interested in buying it, versus sometimes if you go off on a whim, you know, with your inspiration and then you're talking and you're selling and nobody's buying, even though that can also be because you just haven't given people enough time to really get on board with it and you haven't gone all in with it. So above all, trust your inspiration. Obviously you've got all the support in the content and tell stories that sell to really be in alignment with what it is that you're selling. And really leading from desire, trusting your desire. If you're super lit up by it, if it feels in alignment with your bigger mission and vision, for, you know, your 5-year vision, and it makes sense, then go all in with it and keep following through until you succeed with it. You know, I've had experiences where I went on the first iteration of how I tried to create tell stories that sell. Nobody signed up. One person signed up and then ghosted me and didn't pay, and it was a total flop. And I didn't even think about reviving that course. But when I came to, I started running that concept in a one-on-one offer. And then when I came to launch a new group program, I didn't even think about that offer, but I essentially created the same offer again. So you will notice this. Often the same ideas will come through repeatedly, and it's because it's meant for you. These programs are entities and ideas. They tap on your shoulder and they're like, you are the perfect person to bring this into the world. People need this. So trust them, trust your ideas, keep following through on them. And, you know, give it the opportunity to be good. Give it the opportunity to succeed, despite it maybe not seeming like it's succeeding in the beginning. And, you know, it can also succeed right off the bat. So you can have big goals, but really celebrate the small wins. Celebrate every single person that enrolls in. Celebrate every price, you know, every sale that you make. It's all proof that it's working. And the more you celebrate, the more you continue to launch group programs, the more that momentum builds. And then suddenly you're having a multiple 5-figure month and you're like, oh, how did this happen? It gets to be that simple and straightforward when you really commit to it. So what can come up during a launch when nobody's buying, right? Maybe you set yourself a 4-week launch date and nobody's buying the first week and you're like, okay, but I'm still really excited about this offer and I still believe people are going to buy it. And then nobody buys the second week and you're like, oh, all the stories, all the insecurities, all of the, what if nobody signs up? How am I going to pay my bills? All the fear, all the scarcity, all the stories, all the insecurities. I'm not good enough. I'm doing it wrong. And then you get into the 4th week and still nobody has bought. This is the real test of your commitment to your vision, is to walk it through and to hold the energy and the vibe of succeeding and being excited by the prospect of succeeding all the way through till past the finish line. Because maybe 10 people will join on the second to last day of your 4-week launch. But if you give up, those people won't show up. So this is really the test of your commitment. This is really where the mindset work comes in. This is really where the clarity of your plan and the commitment to following through on it really starts to play out, because the mindset stuff will creep up. And maybe you might have one person sign up and you're like, yay, I have a new client. It's so exciting. It's easy to keep promoting. You know, that momentum is going. And then nobody signs up for another week. And then nobody signs up for another week. And your mind starts to go, what if nobody signs up? I'm going to be so embarrassed. I'm going to have to cancel. And then I'll have to give her a refund. And maybe I already spent the money. And the drama cycle is very easy to start up again at that point. So again, if you even have one sign up, celebrate the fuck out of that sign up. Be so happy and excited that you get to serve and support that one client, and keep holding the vibe until past the finish line. And this is something that I've, been playing with more and really been getting better at, is just noticing when my energy drops and my mind starts to go to, no one's going to sign up. This is going to be a complete failure. I'm going to be so disappointed. And just not go there, because notice how you feel when you start to buy into those narratives. And then when you shift the focus back to, what if I decided that this was going to succeed no matter what? How would I feel? And then your energy starts to lift and you start to feel good and inspired, and then you keep showing up. And then more and more people show up, because as soon as we start to buy into those stories, we just are like this, and we don't see this, the message in your message request inbox for somebody who's like, I'd like to join, please. And you didn't see it and you didn't think to look there. It happens all the time. When your mindset is not focused on the success, on the goal, on the outcome, and believing that the outcome is possible, you miss all of the abundance that is right here under your nose. And as soon as you're in the story that this is succeeding, I'm following through on my goal, I'm detached from it, I know that even if I don't hit it, I will be fine, I will survive. I'm taking the action, I'm following through, I'm doing what feels good and aligned for me and what I'm willing to do to bring this project and this goal to fruition. And I'm choosing to feel good about it. I'm choosing to believe in it. Then suddenly you get the inspired idea. Suddenly you send a little message over here. Suddenly you have an idea for a post and you share that. And the people start to show up. And sometimes they don't show up until the last minute. And sometimes they don't show up until past the deadline. So keep holding the energy until you're really like, okay, I'm done. No more clients in this container. Commit to your dates and your deadlines that you've communicated, because we're conditioning people how to interact with us in our business. But keep staying focused on the feeling, the stories, the belief, and the energy that we would be in if we were certain that we would hit our goal. That's the exercise. So commit and follow through. Decide that you will get the number of people that you want to enroll. Do the work to close the gap in your belief. If your belief is no, here are all the reasons why that's not going to happen. Write them down, cross them out, practice how it's going to feel when you believe and you're open to that possibility versus being a negative Nancy and buying into the stories of limitation, and keep promoting it. Share previous client testimonials, even if this is a brand new group offer. Share stories of transformation that you or your clients have experienced from this work, and let people see it's possible for them too. This is the most powerful type of content that you can share. Stories of how it worked for you, stories of how it's worked for other clients. So keep sharing those stories. And people usually need to hear something multiple times for it to land. So just trust and know that people are watching. Trust and know every time you share, somebody is going to wake up ready, or one step closer to being ready. And then one more time you show up and share, that is going to be the thing that supports them to move to being ready, to saying yes. So stay repetitive with the key results and the focus on the program. So don't talk around the topic focus of the program too much. Get clear on what are the 3 top desires that this program supports people to create, 1 to 3. It can be 1, 2. It can be 1 super simple, specific, strategic, simple, specific desire, and stay focused on that, and then talk around that in terms of different stories, different aspects of the story. But stay repetitive with the key results and what the program is focused on, and then share stories that deliver these ideas from different perspectives so that people can connect to that idea in different ways. And just keep reminding people of the cutoff dates, the early bird, the doors closing, and keep holding the energy past doors closing. Keep holding the energy, keep holding the belief that more people are coming in. Just keep tuning into that one more person. I know there's one more person. And feel them and imagine them showing up. Imagine them enrolling, thinking about how good it's going to feel when you get that client. And it is inevitable that you will get those clients, even if not this launch, the next launch. That momentum builds. So don't let your energy drop. Don't go into, no one wants to buy from me, I suck at selling, this is really hard, I hate this, this isn't working. stay in this is working. Stay in I know that next client is ready today, and holding that energy and taking action from that place, and that will become your reality. Take action every day. You know, it doesn't have to take a million hours. Keep taking action because momentum builds. Keep telling people about it. Get creative, get proactive, listen to your intuition. When you get an inspired idea, follow through on it immediately, commit and follow through. And then as more people start to sign up, then it just becomes really exciting, and it's so much easier to keep that momentum going. So your job is really to get that momentum going in the first place. And it goes, it's so easy to do that when we're in that place of inspiration about an idea, and to talk about it and to share our stories about it and to keep that going. Start inviting people in as soon as possible so that you can start getting those wins. And then that allows you to keep that celebration and momentum going. So, really commit and be willing, like set the number of people that you want to be in that course, and commit to relaunching it until you've served that many people with that course. If you relaunch it every month, if you have a break and then launch it again the next month, but just making that decision to really commit to your goal for the idea that you've been inspired to follow through on, and following through until you get there. Celebrate all the way there. So ask yourself, if you fully believed and trusted that you will get the perfect amount of people enrolled in your program that were put on this earth to work with you, that you're going to have so much fun working with, how would you feel? What would you be thinking? Be that person. Show up from that place. So don't give in to the dread. Don't focus on the prospect of failing. Notice when your mind creeps in that direction and redirect it and bring it back. Celebrate every single person who joins. Celebrate every single payment that comes through along the way, and notice sometimes your mind will be like, yeah, but I'm still so far away from my income goal. And don't connect your program enrollments to your income goal, because know and be open and choose to be open that there are a million different ways that you can hit your income goal. But get clear on your program goal and be committed to following through to that program goal, and know that your income goal gets to happen, even if your enrollment goals don't. And that's why it's helpful. I find it's helpful to have like a couple different offers or ways that people can come in, or, multiple income streams, because it really helps to, it really helps when your mind is like, yeah, but if I only have 4 people in, how the hell am I going to make 10K a month? If you're offering like a lower price, but who knows, maybe one of them will then reach out and be like, I need to upgrade to one-on-one. So that's like someone could come in another one of your offers, or people who could come in through the paid masterclass that you just did and then, upgrade to your program or upgrade to your one-on-one, or reach out and be like, hey, can you do a bespoke package for me? So listing out all of the possibilities and all of the different ways that you can hit your income goal other than your group program is helpful, to just, disconnect the pressure and the expectation, and just really focusing on, I'm excited and feeling called to serve this number of people in this group program. And I get to hit my income goal regardless as to whether or not I hit my enrollment goals. So, because then, that energy is the one where inspiration and ideas show up for other things that you launch off the cuff, or other invitations you give to people, or, oh, I'm going to do a special offer for my previous client, or that one client that I worked with, or someone that reached out to me last year would be a perfect fit to this, and I'm just going to send her a little check-in. And these ideas start to come through when we are in that energy. When we're in the energy of like, this isn't enough, or like, I just got one payment but I'm still so far away from my goal, or no one's listening, nobody's buying, it's not working. We are blind to those little like nudges of inspiration that support us to more easily hit our income goals. So celebrate every single person who joins. Celebrate every payment that comes through along the way. Celebrate every action you take. So if there's no client signed up, if there's no payments coming in, celebrate that you're taking action. Celebrate that you're holding the energy of success for your launch along the way. Acknowledge yourself. The fact that you are doing these things is proof that it is working. The fact that you are in the story that it is working and you're not in a negative spiral about it not working is proof that it is working. Show up and share your passion for the work. So if you're bogged down in the details of the launch or the specifics or the strategy or the content, take a step back, ask yourself, why did I decide to launch this in the first place? What do I know to be true about this work? What do I wish for the people who are looking to do this work right now? What is my heart desire for them? What is the impact that I'm so excited for this work to be making that I know will make a huge impact and difference in the lives of other people? Connect back to your passion, connect back to your truth. Know that every time you show up and share content around it, you are embodying that lesson even more deeply within you. You are creating transformation. You are stepping into the next level version of you who even more easily creates all the impact, all the money, all the freedom, everything that she desires. So this is the power of committing to our launch in this way. And lead yourself in doing the work that you teach in your program and share yourself doing that. This is the key to sales. Because if you're like, come and work with me over in my program, and then behind the closed doors, you're like, self-sabotage, procrastinate, beat myself up, judge myself, shame myself. If that's what you're doing, don't expect to make any sales. And if you're like, oh, I'm doing that, so I'm self-sabotaging my launch, then it's never too late to turn things around. It's never too late to start leading yourself at a higher level. And, honor where you're at, don't judge where you're at. Be in the story that it is working. Be always asking, like, what am I being invited to step into? What is the next level? Where am I being triggered right now? What is the lesson? What is the growth? What is the learning? Lean into it, lead yourself through it, celebrate yourself, and be that person and show up and share how you're leading yourself through your own work. That will sell for you. That's really you taking a stand even more deeply for your work and embodying that in your life and showing yourself embodying that. This makes you so magnetic. And this is what we came for. This is what we're here for, right? This is why we're in this business in the first place. This is why this is a soul desire for us, is because the growth is what our soul is craving right now. The more we show up for that, the more we get everything that we desire along the way. So, by doing this work, you are creating an opportunity for you to fully take a stand for the work and the life that you believe in and value and desire to experience more of. And this happens in the launching, this happens in the selling, this happens in the creation and the delivery of this program. That creates transformation in you. So whatever you want to master, teach it, and teach what you are feeling so deeply called to master more deeply. And do it for you, do it for your clients, do it for the vision of the world that you desire to be living in. And this process begins from the moment you conceive that inspired idea to deepening it and through delivering it.
If you love this episode, you want to know more, and you're a creative who's ready to be living your dream life, running a 6-figure coaching business that you love to pieces, then Freedom Club is the mastermind for you. Join me with a small group of others and get daily high-level support tailored to you and your business with a group chat, 2 group coaching workshops each month, plus masterclasses and access to my Tell Stories That Sell program, so you have every tool, strategy, and mindset skill required to get your dream coaching business to 6 figures this year. Go to withsarahmac.com/freedom-club to apply.